Camping in heavy rain and storms for 24 days in the Amazon. Picture this. You're deep in the heart of the Amazon rainforest, surrounded by towering trees, exotic wildlife, and the constant symphony of nature. But instead of clear skies and gentle breezes, you're refaced with relentless downpours and fierce storms that seem to shake the very earth beneath your feet. This isn't just a fleeting adventure. It's a grueling 24-day expedition that will test your limits and push you to the brink of what's humanly possible. As the first drops of rain begin to fall, you quickly realize that this won't be your average camping trip. The air grows thick with humidity, and the once solid ground beneath your feet transforms into a treacherous quagmire. You scramble to set up your tent, knowing full well that it will be your only refuge from the impending deluge. The rain comes in waves, each more intense than the last. It pounds against your tent with such force that you fear it might collapse at any moment. The sound is deafening, drowning out even your own thoughts. You lie awake at night, listening to the cacophony of raindrops and wondering if it will ever cease. As the days wear on, you begin to adapt to this new, waterlogged reality. Your clothes are perpetually damp, and your skin has taken on a pruned appearance that seems permanent. You learn to move carefully through the sodden landscape, each step a calculated risk as you navigate the slippery terrain. The challenges are relentless. Simple tasks like starting a fire or preparing a meal become Herculean efforts in the face of the constant downpour. You find yourself rationing your dry supplies, knowing that once they're gone, there's no guarantee you'll be able to replenish them.
Ow.
But it's not just the rain you have to contend with. The storms that sweep through the Amazon are unlike anything you've ever experienced. Lightning illuminates the sky in brilliant flashes, followed by thunderclaps so loud they make your bones rattle. The wind howls through the trees, bending them to its will and sending debris flying in all directions. During these tempests, you hunker down in your tent, praying that it will withstand the onslaught. You can feel the ground trembling beneath you, and for a moment, you wonder if you've made a terrible mistake in embarking on this journey. Yet, even in the midst of this chaos, there are moments of breathtaking beauty. The rain creates a misty veil that shrouds the forest in an otherworldly glow. Waterfalls appear where there were none before, cascading down rocky cliffs and filling the air with their roar. The wildlife, too, seems to thrive in these conditions, with frogs and insects raising their voices in a chorus that rivals the storm itself. As the days turn into weeks, you find yourself developing a strange kinship with the rain. It becomes a constant companion, a force that both challenges and sustains you. You learn to read the subtle changes in its rhythm, to predict when a brief respite might come, and make the most of those precious dry moments. Your body, too, adapts to this new environment. Your senses become sharper, attuned to the slightest changes in the weather. You can smell the approaching storms before you see them. Feel the shift in the air that signals a change in the wind. But the toll of this extended exposure is undeniable. Your skin becomes wrinkled and pale. Your muscles ache from the constant tension of navigating slippery slopes and swollen rivers. Sleep is a luxury, snatched in brief intervals between the most intense downpours. As you approach the final days of your 24-day ordeal, you find yourself reflecting on the experience. You've been pushed to your limits, both physically and mentally. You've effaced fears you didn't even know you had, and discovered strengths you never realized you possessed. The Amazon, in all its rain-soaked glory, has revealed itself to you in ways few others have ever seen. You've witnessed the raw power of nature, felt the pulse of the rainforest in its most elemental state. It's a humbling experience, one that leaves you in awe of the world's wild places and your own capacity for endurance. As you finally emerge from the forest, soaked to the bone but alive with a newfound appreciation for the forces of nature, you can't help but feel a sense of accomplishment. You've survived 24 days of relentless rain and storms in one of the most challenging environments on Earth. The experience has changed you, leaving an indelible mark on your soul. You know that you'll never look at rain the same way again. Every droplet will be a reminder of your time in the Amazon, of the challenges you faced and the strength you found within yourself. As you begin to share your story with others, you find that words can hardly do justice to what you've experienced. How can you possibly convey the feeling of being completely at the mercy of the elements, of finding beauty in the midst of chaos, of pushing yourself beyond what you thought possible? But you try, because you know that this journey was about more than just surviving the rain. It was about connecting with nature in its most primal form, about understanding your place in the grand tapestry of life on this planet. It was about learning to dance with the storm, to find rhythm in the rainfall, and to emerge on the other side, not just surviving, but truly alive. And as you look back on those 24 days, you realize that the Amazon has given you a gift. It has shown you the true meaning of resilience, the power of adaptability, and the incredible capacity of the human spirit to endure and even thrive in the face of overwhelming odds. You know that this experience will stay with you for the rest of your life, testament to the transformative power of nature and the indomitable spirit of adventure. And somewhere deep inside, a part of you is already longing to return, to once again feel the rain on your face and hear the thunder echoing through the ancient trees of the Amazon. Surviving 24 hours in the Amazon rainforest during extreme weather conditions is no small feat. Picture this. You're deep in the heart of the world's largest tropical rainforest, surrounded by dense vegetation, exotic wildlife, and unpredictable elements. Now, add a thunderstorm and heavy rain to the mix, and you've got yourself a true test of survival skills. As the day begins, the air is thick with humidity, and the sounds of the jungle fill your ears. Birds chirp in the distance, and the rustling of leaves hints at the presence of unseen creatures. You've packed your small tent, essential supplies, and a determination to face whatever challenges the Amazon throws your way. The first few hours pass uneventfully as you set up camp and familiarize yourself with your surroundings. But as the afternoon wears on, dark clouds begin to gather overhead. The once vibrant green canopy above takes on an ominous shade, and a distant rumble of thunder signals the approaching storm. You quickly secure your tent, double-checking the stakes and guy lines to ensure it can withstand the impending deluge. Just as you finish, the first fat droplets of rain begin to fall. Within minutes, the gentle patter turns into a roaring downpour, and flashes of lightning illuminate the darkening forest. Inside your small tent, you listen to the fury of the storm outside. The rain beats a relentless rhythm on the tent fabric, and gusts of wind threaten to tear it from the ground. You're grateful for the shelter, however cramped it may be, as it's your only protection against the elements.
Nice.
The darkness outside is absolute, broken only by the occasional flash of lightning that casts eerie shadows through the tent walls. The sounds of the forest have been drowned out by the tempest, leaving you feeling isolated and vulnerable. Sleep is elusive as you lie awake, hyper-aware of every gust of wind and crack of thunder. Your mind races with thoughts of what might be lurking just beyond the thin barrier of your tent. Are those heavy footsteps you hear, or just the sound of raindrops hitting fallen leaves? Is that rustling nearby a curious animal, or simply the wind? Throughout the night, you battle not just the physical discomfort of your cramped quarters, but also the psychological strain of being alone in such a wild and potentially dangerous environment. The hours crawl by, each one a test of your resolve and mental fortitude. As dawn approaches, the storm begins to lose its intensity. The thunder becomes more distant, and the rain lessens to a steady drizzle. You emerge from your tent, stiff and bleary-eyed, to survey your surroundings in the gray light of early morning. The forest is transformed. Puddles the ground, and water drips from every leaf and branch. The air is fresh and clean, filled with the earthy scent of wet soil and vegetation. Despite the challenges of the night, you feel a sense of accomplishment. You face the Amazon at its most intense and come through the other side. As you begin to break camp, you reflect on the experience. The past 24 hours have been a stark reminder of nature's power and unpredictability. You've gained a new appreciation for the resilience required to survive in such an environment, even for a short time. The Amazon rainforest is not just a place of beauty and biodiversity. It's a complex ecosystem that demands respect and careful preparation from those who venture into its depths. Your extreme camping experience has given you a glimpse into the daily reality faced by the indigenous peoples and researchers who call this remarkable place home. As you make your way back to civilization, you carry with you not just memories of a challenging night, but a deeper understanding of the Amazon's vital importance to our planet. The experience has reinforced the need for conservation efforts to protect this incredible ecosystem and the life it supports. Surviving 24 hours of extreme camping in the Amazon during a thunderstorm and heavy rain is more than just a personal challenge. It's a vivid reminder of our place in the natural world and the importance of preserving wild spaces for future generations. The next time you hear about the Amazon rainforest, you'll have a personal connection to its raw beauty and power. You'll remember the sound of rain on your tent, the flashes of lightning illuminating the jungle, and the feeling of accomplishment that comes from facing nature's fury and emerging stronger for it. This experience serves as a testament to human resilience and adaptability. It shows that with proper preparation, respect for the environment, and a bit of courage, we can push our limits and gain a deeper appreciation for the world around us. As you share your story with friends and family, you'll likely inspire others to seek out their own adventures in nature. While not everyone may be ready for a night of extreme camping in the Amazon, your experience can encourage others to step out of their comfort zones and explore the natural world in their own ways. Remember, however, that such adventures should always be undertaken with caution and respect for the environment. The Amazon, like all wild places, deserves our protection and conservation efforts. By sharing your experience, you can help raise awareness of the importance of preserving these incredible ecosystems for future generations. In the end, your 24-hour survival challenge in the Amazon was more than just a test of physical endurance. It was a journey of self-discovery, a lesson in respect for nature, and a reminder of the incredible diversity and power of our planet's ecosystems. As you look back on this adventure, you will carry with you a newfound appreciation for the wild places of the world, and the strength within yourself to face whatever challenges may come your way. In this heart-pounding adventure, I'll be pushing myself to the absolute limit as I attempt to survive 24 grueling hours in the heart of the Amazon rainforest. During the unforgiving monsoon season, with no food, water, or shelter at my disposal, I'll be facing nature's wrath head-on in one of the most challenging environments on Earth. As the relentless rain pours down, soaking me to the bone within minutes, I'll need to rely on my wits, survival skills, and sheer determination to make it through this intense ordeal. The Amazon's dense jungle canopy offers little protection from the torrential downpour. The muddy ground beneath my feet threatens to swallow me whole with each step. My first priority will be finding a safe place to set up camp and create some form of makeshift shelter. With the constant deluge, this task proves to be incredibly difficult. Fallen branches and large leaves become my best friends, as I frantically work to construct a rudimentary lean-to that might offer some respite from the endless rain. As hunger and thirst begin to set in, I'll need to venture out into the treacherous jungle in search of sustenance. The monsoon rains have turned once docile streams into raging torrents, making it nearly impossible to find clean drinking water. I'll have to rely on my knowledge of water purification techniques and hope that I can collect enough rainwater to keep myself hydrated. Foraging for food becomes a dangerous game of chance, as the relentless rain has driven many animals into hiding. The few edible plants I manage to find are waterlogged and offer little in the way of nutrition. As the hours drag on, my energy levels plummet, and the constant battle against the elements takes its toll on both my body and mind. The darkness of night brings new challenges as I struggle to maintain my fire in the face of the never-ending downpour. The jungle comes alive with eerie sounds, and the threat of predators looms large in the pitch-black surroundings. Sleep becomes a luxury I can ill afford, as staying alert could mean the difference between life and death. As dawn breaks on the final hours of my 24-hour challenge, exhaustion threatens to overwhelm me. My clothes are drenched, my skin is wrinkled from constant exposure to water, and my spirits are at an all-time low. But with the finish line in sight, I summon every last ounce of strength to push through and complete this grueling test of human endurance. Will I emerge victorious from this battle against the elements? Or will the Amazon's monsoon season prove too much for even the most seasoned survivalist? Join me on this incredible journey as I put my skills to the ultimate test in one of the world's most unforgiving environments. Throughout this harrowing experience, I'll be documenting every step of my struggle against nature's fury. From the moment I step foot into the sodden jungle to the final seconds of my 24-hour ordeal, you'll witness firsthand the physical and mental toll that this challenge takes on me. As I navigate the treacherous terrain, you'll see me grappling with the constant threat of slipping and falling on the muddy forest floor. The camera will capture my desperate attempts to find dry tinder for fire starting, a seemingly impossible task in the perpetually wet conditions. You'll feel my frustration as I try to construct a shelter that can withstand the relentless onslaught of rain, only to have it collapse time and time again. The search for food becomes a nail-biting adventure as I cautiously inspect unfamiliar plants and fruits, weighing the risks of potential poisoning against the gnawing pain of hunger. You'll watch as I set rudimentary traps in the hopes of catching small game, all while keeping a wary eye out for the Amazon's more dangerous inhabitants. As night falls, the tension ratchets up to new heights. The infrared camera will reveal the glowing eyes of nocturnal predators lurking just beyond the reach of my feeble fire. You'll hear my labored breathing as I fight to stay awake, knowing that a moment's lapse in vigilance could spell disaster. Throughout the challenge, I'll be sharing my thoughts and emotions with you, giving you an unfiltered look into the psychological impact of this extreme test of survival. From moments of despair and self-doubt to flashes of determination and triumph, you'll experience every high and low alongside me. The physical toll of the experience will be evident as the hours wear on. You'll see the effects of sleep deprivation etched on my face, my movements becoming increasingly sluggish as fatigue sets in. The constant exposure to water will leave my skin pale and wrinkled, while cuts and scrapes from navigating the dense undergrowth add to my battered appearance. As the challenge nears its end, you'll witness the final push to complete the full 24 hours. Every step becomes a monumental effort, and the temptation to give up grows stronger with each passing minute. But with the finish line in sight, I'll dig deep to find that last reserve of strength, determined to see this grueling test through to the end. The conclusion of the challenge will be a moment of intense emotion, regardless of the outcome. Whether the first emerge victorious or fall short of the 24-hour mark, you'll be there to share in the raw, unfiltered reaction to this life-changing experience. The aftermath of the challenge, I'll reflect on the lessons learned and the newfound respect gained for the awesome power of nature. You'll hear my thoughts on what this experience has taught me about human resilience, the importance of preparation, and the delicate balance of life in one of the world's most diverse ecosystems. This video isn't just about survival. It's a testament to the human spirit and our ability to adapt and persevere in the face of overwhelming odds. It's a reminder of the raw, untamed beauty of the natural world and the responsibility we have to protect and preserve these incredible environments. So, join me on this unforgettable journey into the heart of the Amazon during monsoon season. Witness firsthand the struggle, the triumphs, and the moments of sheer desperation as I attempt to survive 24 hours with nothing but my wits and determination. It's an adventure that will push me to my absolute limits and leave you on the edge of your seat until the very end. Will I make it through the full 24 hours? Or will the relentless monsoon rains and treacherous jungle prove too much to overcome? There's only one way to find out. Tune in and prepare yourself for an adrenaline-pumping ride through one of the most challenging survival scenarios imaginable. Remember, this is unjust entertainment. It's a stark reminder of the awesome power of nature and the importance of respecting and preserving our planet's wild places. So, buckle up and get ready for an unforgettable adventure that will leave you breathless, inspired, and with a newfound appreciation for the raw beauty and unforgiving nature of the Amazon rainforest.